Hi, I'm Elizabeth Bauer. I am the superintendent here at West Grand School District. I am sitting here at the West Grand Junior Senior High because I would like to share some news with you. Some of you may have seen our announcement already, but West Grand has received the BEST grant from the state of Colorado, and we have an opportunity to receive these funds with a local match. And so I'd like to talk to you a little bit about that today. Just a quick overview of what the BEST grant is, a potential bond question, as well as the proposed project plan. So what is the BEST grant? Well, BEST stands for Building Excellent Schools Today, and it is a competitive state grant here in Colorado. In fact, West Grand is one of 17 school districts to receive the grant across the state this year. We received approximately $10 million for this grant. However, it is a matching grant. It is not just some money that's given to us, but it means that we only get the $10 million if our local community approves a local bond to match those funds. And it's not exactly a 50-50 match either. For us here at West Grand, it's about a 65 local, us, and a 35 the state. And so with that $10 million grant, we have about a $13 million match that we have to secure in order to get the grant. If we don't get that bond match, we don't get the grant. And so that's a little bit about what the BEST grant is. And it's only for buildings or capital improvements. It's not something that we can use to pay for people. It's something that we have to use for the renovations, the updates, and those other capital projects that's approved. So what could a potential bond question look like? So in order to receive these funds, we intend to ask our community to approve a question for a no tax increase in the November election to continue to support these capital improvements and projects. How are we going to ask for that no tax increase? This is part of the exciting news. Back in 2006, our local community approved a bond for $13 million approximately in order to build what is now the K-8 building. That bond and that payment will be made in full this December. And so we have been great stewards of those funds and of that bond that our local community has supported. And that bond was about $13 million. And that is what we will be asking our community for again. Instead of letting this bond sunset completely, we are asking you to continue that same level of support that you have provided to the school for the past 20 years so that we can continue to do those upgrades and updates necessary in order to keep this building for not just the immediate, but for our future generations as well. Which kind of brings us to what are the plans? What is the proposed project? As I said, the BEST grant has certain criteria or projects that they approve. And it is really around safety, security, and accessibility. It is for renovation and updates here at the West Grand Junior Senior High School. And they are critical updates to ensure that the building can be used for another 20 or 30 years. It's not a lot of fluff. It truly is about what is needed. And these are updates such as front entrance, secure vestibule, doors, fire suppression system, HVAC, electrical, plumbing, bathrooms and locker rooms, as well as a safe, accessible way to access the gym floor in case of emergency. As you can see, these projects aren't something that we can support in our annual budget because a project of this scope is much more than what we can fund annually. And that's why this BEST grant is so important. It allows us to do this work at a lower cost to our local community, and we're looking forward to this opportunity. We'll be sharing more details about all of this in the coming weeks and months, but just wanted to give you a little foundation. If you have any questions, please reach out, and we'll look forward to the continued discussions.